Hiya, I'm here at Nang, the lifestyle magazine for all of you young people out there, and I have the wonderful team and the journalists who write, edit, put it together. So I just want to ask, I have this young man, he has just recently interviewed the wonderful Dizzy Rascal. So how was that? Was it wonderful?
Yeah, it was alright. I thought he was going to be a bit of a dickhead or something like that.
Okay.
Like, he was going to be a bit of like a star.
Yeah.
But he was actually alright. And that kind of like, I don't know, built my confidence really with like meeting people that I like respect, and I'm sort of like, I was really nervous about it, but it turned out to be okay, which is a good, I don't know, confidence building experience.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Wonderful. And when did you get into Nang magazine? Did you always want to be a young journalist?
It was the summer of last year on the Tower Hamlet Summer Uni course.
Wonderful.
I just enjoyed writing, so it was a perfect opportunity for me to write about things that I think are important.
Wonderful. And what do you think are important issues for young people?
Well, a few years back, obviously the whole gang crime was important, but now I think we need to look more positively and the good things that teenagers are doing.
Definitely. What would you say are the young things that young people need to shout about and highlight, you know?
I think we are represented quite negatively in the media, and I think it's time someone stood up and said we're not as bad as people say we are, because we're talented and we want to do new things, we want to change the world if that's possible. I mean, we're the people who are most keen on going green and trying out new things, and I think we need to be given a voice, and I think the magazine's great for.
Interviewed a guy named Maverick Saber.
Maverick.
Yeah, and he's an up and coming like live artist,
Mm-mm.
and he was really cool. He was really down to earth, and we had a real good chat on the phone. So I would say that's something that I definitely enjoyed doing. In the future, I don't know. I haven't.
Underground or commercial?
Probably underground. I like
Yeah.
bringing up the underground people because they don't really get much coverage. So definitely be someone underground.
Definitely. Now, I know that you love fashion, just like me. And who are your kind of fashion icons? Because mine's Alexander McQueen, who one day will dress me, I pray. Who would you love? Who would it be for you?
Well, who I look at is, I don't think she's well known, Lauren Conrad from the Hills.
Mm-mm.
I really like her style. She's getting her own brands out. I love the way she dresses herself. She's elegant and classy, and I think I like that more in a woman. I like elegant and classy women, so that's who I look to for my fashion tips.
That's wonderful. And what brought you here to Nang today, as a young journalist? What would you like to write about?
Well, I'm not sure. She told me about Nang magazine like a lot of times, so I just thought, maybe I should come around, see how it's.
Okay, so you're speculating at the moment.
Yeah.
You're just not sure. How does a young person get started writing and then getting into Nang magazine?
I don't know, I came here by luck. Like literally my mate heard of it, and if my mate hadn't told me about it and like dragged me with her just for like confidence, then I wouldn't be here today. So I've had like the best experience of my life just by luck. So I don't really know how anyone else gets into it, but that was me. But I knew that's what I wanted to do though, because I've always enjoyed writing, and that's what I've been good at. So I found my talent, and then I was just lucky enough to find a place that I could pursue it. Yeah.
Definitely. And have you got a career goal? Is there any publications that you'd like to write for in the future?
Well, I'm doing journalism at university right now because I really want to be like a music journalist, or just going to print journalism. And my dream is to like go to America and work for Rolling Stone.
Oh wow!
I don't know how likely
that's a big
gonna
dream,
be, but,
and it's everything's achievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rolling Stone for you. Tell me, where can I pick Nang magazine up from? Where? Because I know you can get it from a lot of places, but I'd just like to know where, so everybody out there can go and
libraries, sixth forms, colleges,
youth centres,
universities.
Yeah.
Just everywhere basically. Anywhere where there's young people, we can go and pick that up. But it's not elitist. There's wonderful articles in there for, I feel, everyone of lots of different ages. What is the age range of the magazine really that you're trying to target?
Well, it starts from 16 to 24-year-olds. That's the main age group we're trying to get into at the moment. But I think anyone can read it. It's just really good to feel passionate about writing and put it on a piece of paper and everyone can read, like it's like being proud of what you've written and everyone can read and say, do you know what, this person has actually done it. They've actually written this, and it's good to see people appreciate your work all the time. So it's just for anyone.
Wonderful. And where does the name Nang stand from? Because I know it's a word on the street, but you could have had anywhere. But it's very, penetrates and it's memorable. And does anybody know?
I think we just tried to. It was before I joined, but I think it was just to try and find a word that was in touch with like young people. Obviously, that was a word that young people used to use. Maybe not so much now, but I think the good thing about still being called Nang is that we've perhaps made Nang more representative of just us, if you know what I mean. So it's giving it that kind of longevity.
Longevity, definitely. And do you kind of see where you'll be with Nang in the next few years? Would you have stopped working on Nang by then, or is there a time where you just do it for a year, or can you continue doing it?
So we can continue doing it. I don't see why anyone would want to stop doing it, because
I don't know why anyone would want to stop doing it, to be honest.
Because it's there for you. I mean, you have an opinion, and we're all opinionated people here. So whatever it's got. The opportunities we get to see the people that come to speak with us are absolutely amazing. So you get to feed off that way, and you get to find out about things you wouldn't necessarily find out if you weren't in Nang. So I think it's worthwhile to come and write your articles and meet all these amazing people, and because it gets you ahead in life. And I mean, real aspiring journalists and their work experience is something that's vitally crucial. Here you have articles that you can go to an interview and say, here, I've done this. And
Definitely. And what are the kind of core skills do you feel that you learn working here? So it's from, of course, discipline in your writing. Is it research?
I think communication is the best skill that we learn at Nang, because we go and meet so many different kinds of people, and not everyone is alike. And it teaches you to be confident in yourself when you're talking to someone. When you meet people from different manners, you know how to portray yourself to them. You can sit there, and it's wonderful because you get to communicate with so many different types of people coming from different life experiences. They've been through so much, and you get to know these people, and it just helps you. Next time you meet someone like that, you know how to communicate with them. I think that's the main thing that we pick up on here at Nang.
That's brilliant.
I mean, what gets me here every week is just my passion for writing and my passion for expressing myself. I think doing this gives me an opportunity to have my opinions heard. And I think my advice to anyone is just, if you want to get into journalism, if you want to get into that kind of industry, is just write and practice, and don't stop, and I mean, if you want to just send it everywhere, and eventually you'll get picked up, you'll get noticed. I think it's hard, but ultimately it's that simple if you just keep at it.
With regards to other people getting involved, I would just say the best thing is just get yourself out there. Just be forceful, like what everyone else has been saying. If you want to get somewhere in life, you just have to put yourself forward. Especially if something you're really passionate about, then it will take you there. So.
I've always been passionate about writing. I've always wanted to write. I've suffered a lot of prejudice in my life because I loved writing, so I stopped. And Nang, I think, when I found out about it just by luck as well. It's going through the internet, photo magazine. I never thought I'd get in, but I did, and it gives you opportunities like this. And since I started writing, I've become more and more passionate about it, and it helps me. Is to see my work on a paper. It's unbelievable every time, even though it's come out a few times. Every time I see it, it makes me feel good, and it makes me feel good about who I am. And as for other people, as the adverts say, impossible is nothing. Nothing is impossible. You can always reach for the stars, and you can grab one sometimes.
Oh, wonderful! So these were the young journalists from Nang magazine. I know that if you sign up, I'm sure wonderful Nang magazine will get back to you at some point. Or if you have a local magazine or youth newspaper, please sign up there, because as you can see, there are wonderful writing, stirrings, emotions, communication going on. So don't give up writing, continue writing, and become a wonderful journalist or young journalist like all of these are. That's You Shine, I Shine. Thank you.